Many of you on TikTok wonder why we didn't see any major police reform in major metropolitan police departments like Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York in the wake of the Black Lives Matter protests, which erupted after the death of George Floyd that was videotaped. And the reason you did not see those changes were because of the case against former Chicago police officer Joseph Frugoli and the history of Frugoli's behavior leading up to Frugoli killing a Mexican-American DePaul University student and his friend. Now I want to set up the context of the civil case where the family of one of the men, the Mexican-American man who was killed by Frugoli when he was driving drunk. Because for the most part, police brutality and lawsuits against cities because of police brutality and police misconduct, or should I say other forms of police misconduct, these cases are not defended by the lawyers who represent police through their union. They are represented by lawyers who work for the law department of that particular city. This is a huge misunderstanding. And if some of you who are super pro-union are saying to yourself, are Democratic mayors trying to break the police union so they could break other municipal unions? You've won the Jeopardy question of the day. And in that, it is actually cities and mayors and aldermen and the city law department that is the central mechanism that through protectionism of certain police officers perpetuates police brutality. And in the process of doing these TikToks, I am going to eventually talk about the specific case in Chicago where the centralization of the code of silence in the city law department started to get exposed. It's the Darius Pinnock case. I hope I pronounced his name right. And the reason city law departments defend police who engage in police brutality is because these lawsuits cost cities a lot of money. And as the Chicago Reporter reported in 2019, settling police brutality lawsuits cost the city of Chicago $113 million. I did one of my investigative journalism internships with the Chicago Reporter, just as an FYI. And do you know who pays for the payouts in these lawsuits? Homeowners in the city. If you own a home in Chicago, Los Angeles, or New York, and your property taxes gets raised, partially because the city had to pay out a bunch of money for police brutality lawsuits. And the civil case around Frugoli was supposed to be a game changer. But as things usually go, it wasn't. And so in this TikTok series, I'm going to intertwine my personal story along with telling you how the Code of Silence works.